Ang lahat ng drama, ang lahat ng tawanan, musika at anong paman. Magkakasama pa rin tayo mga kalamaw. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang iyong paboritong tambayan. Broadcasting live from TVH Group of Networks. Ang iyong hipilan, ang iyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News at 6.
Good evening, Philippines. This is Stephen Wanag del Sol for Cool News at 6. You're listening to us right here on Cool FM Nationwide and Use Radio 93.1 on bringing the latest stories that care for you. We begin with the national headlines as Vice President Sara Duterte's claim that House Speaker Martin Romualdez wanted her killed is only a product of her fertile imagination, according to a lawmaker. House Majority Leader Manuel Jose Manix Delipes suspected that this was just Duterte's way of diverting the issue from the alleged misuse of her funds by her office and that of the Department of Education's 612.5 million pesos confidential funds. Delipes said the Vice President's claim is totally without basis. It's just a product of her fertile imagination. Yung drama-drama niya, budol-budol lang yan. Diversionary. Dinilihis niya ang issue doon sa di tamang paggamit niya ng 612.5 million in confidential and intelligence funds na natanggap ng Office of the Vice President and Department of Education noong 2022 at 2023 nung siya ay Education Secretary pa, he noted. Talipin noted Duterte and her officials' failure to explain where these funds went. The lawmaker added, "We are appealing to our people not to fall for these unreasonable outbursts intended to distract them from the real issue." Last Friday and Saturday, Duterte went to the House detention to visit her Chief of Staff, Undersecretary Zuleika Lopez. Lopez was cited for contempt by House Committee on Good Governance and Public Accountability after it found her reportedly committing undue interference in the panel's hearings. The Vice President spent the night at the Patasok Pambansa complex to protect her staff and eventually stayed in the House of Representatives office of her brother, Davao City Representative Paulo Duterte, indefinitely. In an online press conference early Saturday morning, Duterte lamented the panel's order to transfer Lopez to the Correctional Institution for Women. The Vice President also revealed that Romualdez wanted her killed. On Saturday morning, Lopez fell ill and was rushed to the Veterans Memorial Medical Center and then transferred to St. Luke's Medical Center in Quezon City. The number of people who reportedly died due to the last 3 weather disturbances has reached 13, the NDRMC said on Sunday. At the same time, they said only 5 of these deaths were confirmed while 8 others are still up for validation. The reports came from its offices in Region 2, Cagayan Valley, Region 3, Central Luzon, and the Cordillera Administrative Region, or the CAR. In its 8 a.m. report, the NDRMC also said that 17 were injured while 3 others went missing. The tally of the people affected by Typhoon Nika, Super Typhoon Ophel, and Super Typhoon Pepito likewise rose to over 4.2 million or more than 1.1 million families. 167,798 of the 4.2 million people were displaced, with over 105,000 staying inside evacuation centers nationwide, while more than 62,000 took shelter elsewhere. Nika exited the country last November 12, Ophel on November 17, and Pepito on November 18. Meanwhile, the fire has hit a residential area in Isla Puting Bato in Tondo, Manila on Sunday morning, according to the Bureau of Fire Protection. In a report, fire authorities said the blaze started at around 8 a.m. and reached the first alarm at 8:02 a.m. It reached the third alarm by 8:10 a.m. and fifth alarm shortly after 8:16 a.m. As seen in the video the Manila Public Information Office shared, the blaze continues to devour houses in the area as of 9 a.m. Authorities have yet to provide other details as of this writing. At least 20 trucks and an ambulance have arrived in the area. In Davao City, family consent remains the top problem in deceased organ donation. A doctor at Southern Philippines Medical Center Human Advocate and Retrieval Effort, or SPMC Share in Davao City, Baird. In an interview with the Philippine News Agency on Friday, Dr. Maria Teresa Badang, nephrologist and head of SPMC Share, said the public needs to be aware of the importance of deceased organ donation. She said the refusal of family members to allow patients with irreversible loss of brain function to donate their organs remains a setback. She said the public must think about saving lives. Those willing can sign up for donor cards just like when applying for a driver's license or processed through the National Kidney and Transplant Institute. Once signed up, the organ donor should inform their families. As of the 2022 Department of Health data, 90,000 Filipinos are on dialysis. In Davao region, there are around 2,400 patients with an approximate increase of 12 to 15% per year. Yes, the dialysis is free, but the survival rate is 5 years. While 80% will live after 1 year, after 5 years, only 50% lives, Badang said. However, if a patient has an organ transplant, the survival rate goes to 98%. In 2020, the City Council passed an ordinance to institutionalize organ donation in the city and promote awareness among the Davaoeños. In Cotabato City, a teacher and 4 others were arrested and 3.4 million pesos worth of meth were seized from them during a buy-bus operation in Marawi City on Friday. Director Gil Cesario Castro of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao said the suspects were entrapped during buy-bus operation in Barangay Rapason. The suspects did not resist arrest but were visibly stunned by the turn of events, Castro said. Fidea Barm identified the arrested suspects as Fatima Pangkoga Oranga, 42 years old, also known as Fats, a teacher, Hania Alcantara Delinogun, 57, Esmael Antal Mamarinta, 27, Alfata P. Orangaga, also known as Fata, 20 years old, and a female minor. Castro said the BIRMM Police Special Action Force, 1,402nd Regional Mobile Force Battalion, the Marawi City Police Station, and the Department of Security Service at Mindanao State University participated in the operation. During the operation, the authorities seized 5 huge plastic sachets containing about 500 grams of shabu, various identification cards, mobile phones, and a red Toyota Revo vehicle used in the group's illegal drug business. Now detained at the Pidea Detention Facility, the 4 suspects are facing charges for violation of Republic Act 9165, while the minor was turned over to the custody of the Ministry of Social Services and Development in Marawi. An 86-member team from all the 11 electric cooperatives across eastern Visayas was sent to help restore power in the typhoon-devastated province of Catanduanes on November 20. Among them were linemen from the latest second electric cooperative, which serves Tacloban City and the nearby towns of Palo and Babatnon. In a statement, Leico II said their decision to send crew members to Catanduanes was a gesture of gratitude. It recalled the assistance they received from various power cooperatives during the aftermath of Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. As a recipient of the Task Force Kapatid program years ago, Leico II is committed to giving back by lending a helping hand whenever electric cooperatives are ravaged by typhoons and other calamities. Catanduanes recently bore the brunt of Super Typhoon Pepito, which caused extensive damage, including the province-wide blackout. The Leico 2nd contingent, composed of 28 linemen led by engineer Mike Gil Natan, would be stationed in Virac, Catanduanes, where they would work to restore power supply over a 20-day period. These brave men will spend weeks away from their families to respond to the call for help from our sister cooperative. The team brought essential equipment including 2 boom trucks and service vehicles to facilitate their operations. Task Force Kapatid is a collaborative initiative among electric cooperatives in the Philippines designed to help restore power in areas severely affected by natural disasters, such as typhoons and earthquakes. Organized by the National Electrification Administration, the program mobilizes linemen, technical personnel, and equipment from unaffected cooperatives to assist those facing extensive power outages and infrastructure damage. The initiative has played a pivotal role in disaster response and recovery efforts across the country, particularly in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Yolanda, which devastated Tacloban City and Eastern Visayas in 2013. During that crisis, power cooperatives, including Meralco, helped expedite the restoration of electricity in Tacloban City. Speaking of Tacloban City, with a growing volume of household and commercial waste, the local government here is considering a new approach to waste management. Jonathan Hihada, chief of the City Environment and Natural Resources Office, revealed the city's interest in adopting plasma technology alongside the existing landfill, given the rising daily waste collection. Plasma technology is an advanced method of waste management that uses extremely high temperatures to break down waste materials, significantly reducing waste volume into ash. Unlike incinerators, Hijada said this method is more environmentally friendly as it would not use any fire to burn the waste materials. Though plasma technology offers significant environmental benefits, Hijada acknowledged that it is costly with an estimated price tag of up to 150 million pesos. That's why we're seeking approval from Mayor Alfred Romualdez, he said in a media interview on November 18. However, in the long run, it will be more cost-effective for the city, he added. Tacloban's current sanitary landfill is projected to reach full capacity next year. Built in 2019 at a cost of more than 86 million pesos, the existing facility was initially expected to last for at least 10 years. Currently, the city collects between 100 and 147 tons of waste daily. Hijada said they are planning to present the use of plasma technology to Romualdez while still operating the sanitary landfill located in Barangay San Roque, which is about 30 kilometers away from the city proper. One of the major advantages of plasma technology is its lifespan of at least 30 years, which would eliminate the need for the city to purchase additional land for a new sanitary landfill. He said plasma technology can also reduce waste by 97%, leaving only about 3% of the materials to be disposed of in the landfill. Hijada appealed to the public to practice proper waste segregation to help ease the burden on waste management efforts. You're still listening with us here on koolNews at 6, only here on News Radio 93.1 and Kool FM nationwide. This is Stephen the One That Does Soul. We will be right back after this break. This koolNews edition was brought to you by Your Ace Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Katip's Hot Dog, amoy na amoy ang sarap. Kids can tell. Neutral Light Style Low-Fat Milk Powder. So good you'll float. Product excellence of Hongsang. Unique toothpaste. Maxalaga with maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality. ACS. Fuji Denso Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances of Fuji Denso HV inverter appliances. Fuji Denso, quality above all. And TVH, the home of entertainment. Tutok na sa TVH. Available in high definition via Delsat TV. Bisitahin ang youtube.com/@TVH Network PH para sa inyong paboritong mga highlights at live shows. Araw-araw ang ating Pasko sa iyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nandyan na naman sila, kanya-kanyang pakilala sa kung alin daw ang totoo at alin ang tama. Basta ako, mula pa nung nakarang Pasko hanggang ngayong Kapaskuhan, ay stick to one lang sa bitaminang gumagabay sa aking kalusugan. Mark C. Vitamin C Plus Zinc. Ang purong bitamina ng ating mga kasangga. Maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon. Hatid sa inyo ng Mark C. Vitamin C Plus Zinc. Mabibili na sa inyong mga suking butika at drugstores dito sa ating lugar. Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Mark C. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Mark C. If symptoms persist Consult your doctor.
Passes the ball, and wow! That's a slam dunk!
Ma, paglaki ko, gusto kong maging basketball player.
Game! Oh, Star Rice at kulay kapanak. May Star Margarine yan.
Ubus ko na. Meron pa po ba, Ma?
Parang basketball player ka na kumain na.
Slam dunk sa sarap eh.
Dagdag sustansya rap with Star Margarine. Tulad ng vitamins A, B, E, and iodine. Star Margarine. Mas abot ang pangarap. Sabayan ng tamang diet and exercise.
Iwasan ang mahabang pila. Ang pandaraya sa buwis, bayan ang maghihinagpis. Tamang buwis ay bayaran sa ikaunlad ng bayan. Lahat tayo ay magtulong-tulong. Paghingi ng resibo ay isulong. Iwasan makandado. Magbayad ng wasto. Sa BIR magparehistro bago magnegosyo para hindi makalaboso. Magbayad ng maaga.
Isang public service announcement mula po sa 101.3 Radyo natin Ujongan at BIR RDO number 35 Romblon.
Tuhod, siko, baywa, pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na, kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalaga ang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Imanghuan mo na! Biglang traffic, di ba bad trip? Imanghuan mo na! Sunod-sunod na exam. Imanghuan mo na! Pauwi na sana, nag-OT pa. Imanghuan mo na! Bukas ng wallet, puro barya. Imanghuan mo na! Push lang! Push lang! Basta may sarap ng pinagsamang asim at lutong ng chicharon ni Mang Juan. Available rin sa Crispus at Tropic. Push lang! Imanghuan mo na!
Mommy, may aircon na tayo sa CR?
Safeguard Arctic Fresh lang yan, nak. May cooling bango. At patay ang 99.9% of germs sa tested bacteria. Yung ibang sabon, hanggang lamig lang. Ito, may germ protection.
Oh, Mommy, wag na tayo bibili ng iba ha. Dito lang tayo sa Safeguard Arctic Fresh. Shoo away germs. Safeguard Arctic Fresh. Germs off, aircon cool on.
Results may vary.
Matindi na ang init at ulan ngayon. Kaya dapat Elastosil na with Solasomer 3X formula. UV resistant, puno na flexible premium polymers. Matibay, 3 times sa tumatagal. Versus competing brand. Tag-init o tag-ulan, Elastosil mo yan. Pioneer, do it right.
With Sprite, kayang-kaya mo yan. Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Steady ka lang muna mag-Sprite ka lang dyan.
Pabili po ng 2 Nor Chicken Cubes.
O, eto.
Ha? Isa lang po to ah.
Doble yan.
Ang Nor Cubes ay may doble-doble.
Nor Cubes doble. 2 for 10 lang yan. Sulit na sulit. Mapapaulit. Nor Cubes doble pack. Ang sarap-sarap ng doble-doble with Nor Cubes doble pack. 2 cubes for 10 pesos SRP lang.
Also available in pork.
Promo lasts from January 2, 2024 to January 1, 2025 per DOH FDA CRR permit number 1589 series of 2023.
B-I-N-I-B-I-N-I-B.
Worried about ponytail dents, tangles, and frizz? Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable every day for 5 times smoother, fragrant hair versus non-conditioning shampoo. Para
Araw-araw ang ating Pasko sa iyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court has issued writs of amparo and habeas data in favor of missing activists Jean Ross Jamil Bazu de Jesus and Dexter Capuyan, who were reportedly abducted by men who identified themselves as police on April 28 last year. The resolution dated September 9 also granted the temporary protection order to the families of De Jesus and Capuyan. The SC defines the writ of amparo as a remedy available to any person whose right to life, liberty, and security is violated or threatened with violation by an unlawful act or omission of a public official or employee, or of a private individual or entity. On the other hand, the writ of habeas data provides citizens the right to access personal information collected by the government or a private entity and to challenge or correct the data. The issuance of these writs by the Supreme Court marks a crucial step in the legal battle to uncover the truth, secure justice, and ultimate surface Capuyan and De Jesus, the camp of both activists said in a statement. They explained that the writ of amparo would compel the respondents, including high-ranking officials from the Philippine National Police, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, and individuals Loring Badoy and Jeffrey Celis who have been linked to the case to provide detailed information under oath about their actions, the data they have collected on Capuyan and De Jesus, and any relevant information concerning their disappearances. The TPO, on the other hand, will prohibit the respondents from coming within 1 kilometer of the families Capuyan and De Jesus. This protection is a critical measure to prevent further harm or intimidation, they added. They also said that the case would be raffled at the Court of Appeals. The family eagerly await their chance to testify in court at the coming hearings, Capuyan and De Jesus camp said. In July last year, the PNP and AFP vehemently rejected the allegations that it arrested or is keeping custody of the activists who were last seen in Taytay, Rizal. Assistance for over 4,700 policemen severely affected by recent typhoons is underway, according to the Philippine National Police. PNP Chief General Romel Marbil on Sunday said the engineering response team was mobilized to facilitate the repair of houses of 4,781 policemen affected by Typhoon Nika, Typhoon Ophel, and Typhoon Pepito. By helping our own people, we ensure that their heroism in helping others endures. This program is not just about rebuilding houses, it's about rebuilding lives. The team was tasked to repair 774 damaged houses of PNP personnel in Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Bicol, Eastern Visayas, and the Cordillera Administrative Region. The PNP said reconstruction efforts are in full swing, with progress being made daily across affected areas. The police force also appealed to the public for support, especially in disaster recovery efforts. All of these typhoons have so far affected over 4.2 million or more than 1.1 million families. Vice President Sara Duterte should heed the advice of her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, to get out of politics as soon as possible, House Minority Leader Marcelino Libanan said on Sunday. This came after the Vice President revealed on Saturday that she had already tasked someone to kill President BBM, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez if she were to be killed. Libanan said the VP lacks both the gumption and the grace required of a national leader. He said, "She's clearly unlike her father. It would appear that she makes crucial judgments and issues utterly reckless pronouncements without any preparation or thoughtful consideration. We strongly urge the Vice President to listen to her father's counsel for her to step away from politics before it's too late." Former President Duterte made the remark during a press conference in Davao City last November 8. Si Inday Sara, pasalamat ka na lang sa Diyos na ang tatay mo naging presidente, ikaw naging vice president. Bihirang-bihira yan. Bihira sa isang pamilya. Hindi lahat ng pamilya sa Pilipinas, pasalamat na lang tayo. Now as fast as you can, get out of politics, he said. He also urged his daughter to focus on other pursuits, such as earning a living through her profession or running a business. As we go to the international news, Russian troops committed to the capture of Volodar in Donetsk Oblast outnumbered defending Ukrainian forces by around 9-to-1 ratio. Alexander Okremenko, commander of the 72nd Mechanized Brigade, said in an interview with Ukrainian media outlet Glavkom published on October 8. Kyiv announced the withdrawal from Volodar on October 2 after Russian forces first swarmed the town's flanks and then entered its urban area. The 72nd Mechanized Brigade had defended Volodar, one of the key strongholds of Ukraine's defense of southern Donetsk Oblast, for over 2 years without rotations. Located roughly 40 kilometers east of the administrative border with Zaporizhia Oblast, Volodar has faced a heavy Russian onslaught since 2022. According to Okimenko, Moscow deployed Russia's 36 separate Guards Motor Rifle Brigade, 39th Brigade, and 57th Brigade, 91st separate Rifle Regiment, and other units to the final assault Volodar. The enemy's forces had superiority in tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, artillery systems, anti-tank weapons, and personnel, the commander said. The attacking side can gain an advantage on the battlefield if it has 3 times as many forces and means as the other one, Okimenko said, referring to a ballpark ratio commonly upheld in military doctrine around the world. It was 1-9 ratio in Volodar. You can objectively understand the chances to hold this settlement and the line of defense in the brigade's sector of responsibility. Throughout 2024, Ukraine has faced a challenging situation in its defense of the front line, particularly in Donetsk Oblast, where Russia has consistently concentrated its offensive potential. Apart from Volodar, Russian forces have been focusing their efforts against the Donetsk Oblast cities of Pokrovsk, Toretsk, where outnumbered and outgunned Ukrainian soldiers are slowly losing ground under Russian pressure. Another heartbreaking news, the Israeli Foreign Ministry announced on Sunday that the body of the Chabad emissary to the Emirates, Rabbi Zvi Kogan, who was declared missing since last Thursday, has been found. The statement also said the Israeli embassy in Abu Dhabi has been in contact with the family since the beginning of the incident and continues to accompany them in their difficult time. The family in Israel was also updated. The murder of Zvi Kogan is a heinous anti-Semitic terrorist act. The state of Israel will operate by all means and enforce the law with those responsible for his death. According to the suspicion, Kogan was kidnapped by an Uzbek cell operating for Iran. The cell has since reportedly managed to escape to Turkey. The National Security Council reinforced its recommendation to avoid non-essential travel to the United Arab Emirates. A level 3 travel warning or moderate threat applies to the UAE, recommending the avoidance of non-essential travel to the destination and urging those residing in the Emirates to take the following precautions. Also, more updates on the Israel-Hamas war. Alarms sounded Sunday morning in several areas across Israel. First, alarms sounded in the northern region due to rocket fire and fears of drone infiltration. Later, the IDF reported that 2 drones were intercepted in the Galilee region. In addition, alarms sounded in the Sharon and central regions, and later it turned out that 6 launches from Lebanon were recorded, 5 of which were intercepted. No casualties were known in either incidents. Unrest broke out Friday on the streets of Montreal, Canada's second-largest city, as anti-Israel and anti-NATO rioters smashed windows, clashed with police, and set fire to vehicles and torched an effigy of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Earlier in the day, demonstrators decked out in Palestinian regalia were filmed, chanting calls for a final solution and performing the Nazi salute. We go to the showbiz news. The Star Magic artists will reunite this holiday season for the much-anticipated Star Magical Christmas 2024, airing today on Star Magic's YouTube channel. Fans worldwide can join the festivities by tuning into the live stream at 6 p.m., which has started earlier. The event promises a star-studded evening featuring some of the brightest talents in the Philippine entertainment. Viewers can catch their favorite artists as they walk the white carpet in dazzling outfits and celebrate the magic of Star Magic. The event will showcase exciting performances from top love teams, including Donnie Paninginan and Bel Mariano, Francis Diaz and Seth Fidelin, Loisa Andalio and Ronnie Alonte, and Kaori Oinuma and Jeremiah Lispo. Also gracing the stage are Joshua Garcia, Gerald Anderson, Jake Cuenca, the housemates of PBB Gen 11, and OPM Group's BGYO, and among others. In addition, Star Magic will honor its loyal artists for their dedication over the years. Fans will also have the chance to vote for the Star Magic Artist of the Year 2024, with nominees including BD, Melay Cantiveros Francisco, Maymay Entrata, Mafon, or Marisa Cal and Anthony Jennings, the cast of Summers, and the PBB Gen 11 Big Four, including Fiang, Rain, Colette, and Kai. Star Magic's holiday spirit extends beyond the show with the launch of its Share the Magic initiative. This campaign aims to spread joy to select charities, starting with Dimples Romana and the cast of the musical Tampers, who treated the street children to surprises. More Share the Magic videos will be featured on the Star Magic YouTube channel. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all for Cool News at 6. We will return later at 9 p.m. under Cool News Primetime for more news and headlines. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. I'm Stephen Nuwanag del Sol. Take care, good evening, happy Sunday, and God bless the Republic of the Philippines.